Good morning, Baba. It is Monday morning, about 7:30, and we're going to buddy boat with an amazing guy we met. He's got a beautiful boat, about the same size as mine, but I forgot the name of it, but it's a fancy name. It's about 50% heavier. He's going to put his boat on deck, and but the wind's supposed to blow 15 and 19 out of the south-southeast, and we're going east, west, southwest. So it should be a little forward of the beam, but right now it's only blowing 8.5. I was going to start with 2 reefs in the main, but that's maybe a little light. But it's beautiful, and it's a beautiful morning. It should be a great sail. It should take us somewhere between 6 to 7 hours, and we'll be in sheltered water for 12 miles. And the whole trip's about 40 miles, nautical miles. My engine's still not running very well, but I don't think I'll need much of it for the trip down to Georgetown. I think we're going to get down there relatively quickly because David, my new friend, needs to get down there to pick up his daughter. Well, right now we are in Rock Sound, and it's just been an amazing place. We went to church yesterday. It was amazing. We went out to lunch. It was very good. A little expensive. Met another pastor in the church. Had a nice talk. Went for a walk. But we will leave as soon as David's boat's on, and we're going to come out. And you can see we're going to come out. This is all sheltered water for the most part. So there may be 3-4 miles of fetch, but it won't be that bad. And we'll come around through all these sandbars. There's a course to take, and then we'll cross as quickly as we can. This is about as short a crossing as I could find, so that it wouldn't be too much for Cynthia. And instead, we were going to anchor on the south side, but the breeze is supposed to stay on the south, so we're going to come in from the north side, and that should give us a lot of shelter. We'll put the dinghy back in the water and drag the dinghy from that point on. But it should be a great sail, and I'm ready to get going. I'll start the motor and start warming it up because David is putting his dinghy on his fancy boat right now. Trying to, anyway. Well, I think we probably have about 17 or 18 knots behind us. If we were sailing at about 170 degrees, which is as far as I can go, and then some. We just left the harbor, Rock Sound, and we're heading out around the corner, the very tip of Eleuthera, and that'll take about 12 nautical miles, and we have another 20 plus out in the open, but it should be nice. We shouldn't have any waves more than a couple of feet, and we should have a good breeze. I'll probably have to reef the sails because we'll be pointing up well ahead of the beam at probably 14 or 15 knots. But we're going. Hey, honey.
Good morning.
Do you like this?
Oh yes, it's beautiful and so peaceful now.
Yeah, we're going downwind. We have a nice breeze. We're going about 6 knots. And it's very calm. We're going to start making our turn. And just a short while, there's some rocks right there. In just a short while, we'll make our turn. And then we'll start going a little more upwind. And we'll have to probably reef the sails. Well, we're just leaving Eleuthera. There's a very southern west point, and we'll be entering the ocean pretty soon. Some islands out there. You can see them. Winds 15 to 18 for the most part. A little forward of the beam. Got 2 reefs in the head sail and 2 in the main. And we've been going 5.5 now. We'll go up to about 60. It's nice sail. And just in a short while, we'll probably get a little bit more wave. But right now, it's pretty nice. Cynthia's down in her cocoon. She doesn't like when the boat heels. And we can get some more boat speed, but we're heeling at 10 degrees, and I think that's about what she maxes out at. Wind's picked up a little bit. It's not bad. I think now we're out in the open, so pretty soon we'll be in the ocean. We're still right on the edge of the banks. We're making good speed. Right now we're doing 6.2 and about 14 knots of breeze. At about 60 degrees. It's beautiful. From the lee of Eleuthera, and the waves are not bad, maybe 2 feet, a little confused, maybe a little bit bigger, but we're making great speed, but we're still not off the banks. It's only 21 feet, but we're motoring. It should be there around 2 o'clock, thereabouts. And just like that, it's thousands of feet deep. The wind's picking up a little bit. We're going 7.3 to 7.8, feeling at about 20 degrees, which my wife took a seasick pill and is laying down. Waves are probably 3 to 4, but they're organized, close together, but it's not bad. I think. Wait, see if you can see it that way. But I think we probably have a couple hours of this kind of sailing, and then we'll start calming down a little bit. But we're motoring, we're sailing. You can see the depth is just a blank screen now. It doesn't like that. And there's my buddy over there. He's got 1 reef in his head sail. I've got 2.5, and he's got 1 reef in his mainsail, and I have a little more than 2. But his 46-foot boat is 45,000 pounds empty, and my 46-foot boat is 26,000 pounds empty. And we both have 1,000 square feet of sail area. My boat's a 60. My poor wife is struggling. The wind said the waves would be about 2.5 feet, but they are wrong. Right now it's probably 4 plus, maybe bigger, but they're very tight and very steep, but it's not coming from lots of different angles, so you just kind of suffer through the up and down, back and forth. But we're pretty much neck and neck. We're doing 7.3 right now. Now 7. The wind is from 16 to about 20. But it's really nice. It's a little bumpy. Well, I put 3 reefs in the head sail and still 2 plus in the main. The wind was blowing 16 to 20, and the boat was heeling 20 or 30, maybe 25, but that was just too much, and Cynthia was just not good. It's not a race, so I shortened the head sail. Then the wind died a little bit. Now it's down to, there's 19.5. But we're still making good speed. Probably took a half a knot out of it, maybe a little bit more. And I think the sea's a little more confused, but
not quite as big. So, you know, we'll probably be there about 2:30, 6.5 hours. Fast, buddy. It's not a race, but it is. Once again, the weatherman wasn't right. It's solid white cap. Here's a pretty day. Here's this one big white cap. I really can't see it. White caps everywhere. Probably another 2 hours, 2.5 hours of this. You'll be there, I guess. Go back before it's empty. I'm sure when it's time to come to Florida, I'll just fly her there. She'll probably get her in. I don't blame her. It's pretty wild. Very wet ride. Seeing a lot of spray everywhere. Mostly we're doing 75 right now. It's 7:40. It's not. Going pretty fast. It's not that pleasant. Down low. She'll pass. Probably another 2 hours. Yeah. Keep going. Another white cat. Pretty good. Let me get a picture of these clothes. Highborne, Cape Marina, Highborne, Cape Marina, Gypsy. Hey, I see Highborne. That's good. Welcome to the Exumas. Well, that was a fast ride. Cynthia downstairs, and she said there's a wind speed direction downstairs also. She said we had a lot of winds consistently in the mid-20s. That's not good. The water is very, very clear. You can see it. It's really 22 feet deep. A lot of chop. Thought that we'd be the only ones here, but it's big winds thinking like we're on the north side of Highborne, trying to get away from these southern breezes. Coming into the cut was just a piece of cake. It's so broad and so wide that there was a little current against us, maybe a knot, 2 knots, but there weren't any waves to speak of. It just continued to calm down. And there's my buddy in his beautiful boat. He did great too. Let's not do this sail again. It was very rough, very windy. Ended with 3 reefs in the main and 3 reefs in the head. David's boat is 45,000-pound boat. He had, I think, 2 reefs in the head sail and 1 reef in the main. He carries the same amount of canvas I carried. His mast is a foot shorter. But we're here safely. We left Rock Sound about 8:15. The breeze was very light in the sound, and as we went out, the breeze was from the south, so it was up to about 170 degrees behind us. And as we turned, it became more forward, and ultimately it was just forward of the beam. And here, the waves, there were no waves. It was still sheltered by the Eleuthera island. And as we got further out, it got rougher and rougher and rougher. And right out here, the wind really picked up and the waves got bigger. But once we came in this northern cut, it was nice. It was so easy. Even with all the wind and waves, it was very easy. A little bit of current going out, but that was all right. Right now, it's like being a little more in the States. Nowhere else have we been in Eleuthera or the Abacos where there was a current, but there's definitely a current here. And the current is taking us this way, and the wind is taking us this way. So, you know, it's just the anchor is under the boat. Not really, but it's by far even with the wind and the wind chop, it is by far the clearest water. It's amazing how well you can see the bottom, but it's beautiful. And tomorrow we'll start heading south. I think about 3 days we'll be all the way at the bottom. Cynthia will ultimately leave and go do her thing, and I'll wait for her, and then we'll head north and take our time going back to the States. It was a good day. It was a hard sail. I don't want to do it again.